everybody, welcome. This is my 28-week vlog for the pregnancy. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being patient with me, for getting through this move. In case you're a little bit out of the loop with what's been happening with me, we did move just a couple weeks ago, and it's taken some time to, of course, get everything unpacked, to get moved into this room, get everything set up, get an internet connection. So I'm really getting settled in now and getting back into my routine. But thank you to everybody who was just wishing us well and just keeping us in your thoughts. We really appreciate it, and there's still definitely more work to be done around the house as far as getting certain rooms set up. We've got a guest room, baby room, some things we want to add to our bedroom. So it's just one of those, you know, take it one day at a time kind of things, and don't be too stressed out about getting it all done at once. That's my tip for anybody who's moving and dealing with all the changes. So that's my little life update, and I am shooting this from the nook of my makeup room. That's, I think, the official name it's developing. It's the nook. And if you want to see the rest of the room, I did post a makeup room tour on my other channel just the other day. So pregnancy-wise, we're on week 28 now. Can you believe it? It's really like getting close. Now we're getting into the third trimester. I had my 28-week doctor's appointment, so I thought that was something I could talk about in this video. But I've been going on a monthly basis, and now it'll start gearing up into once every 2 weeks. So the next time I'll go will be 30 weeks. Thank you to everybody who's been asking me or tweeting me, Facebooking me, you know, how's the pregnancy going? It's really been going great, and I don't have a ton of like crazy different new developments with my body that I can even really come up with, other than the fact that I'm growing. My bump is growing, and that's exciting to see, of course. That's what's naturally supposed to be happening right now. But as far as symptoms and the way I've been feeling, I've really been feeling good. Not a lot has changed since the last time we sat down and chatted where that's concerned. I mean, I'm not feeling a great deal of fatigue right now. I'm not feeling sickness, queasiness, or anything like that. From an emotional standpoint, I don't feel like anything's changed too much there as well. I can still kind of cry at the drop of a hat at something really sweet or cute, or if I just get started talking about, you know, baby stuff in depth, it seems to, you know, kind of hit me. But I've just been feeling really positive. I feel like I've had a lot of positive energy around me. Tyler's been great. You guys have seriously just been an amazing source of support, advice, general kindness to me, so can't be grateful enough for things like that. Another thing that has changed a little bit over the past month definitely has been more movements. I can feel little Belle moving in there quite a bit more. I guess as she's getting bigger, I think she's the size of an eggplant now, they say, weighing in at like maybe a little over 2 pounds at this point, and I can just feel more little kicks, and sometimes it varies with different times of day. Like I feel like in the early morning hours I can feel a lot of activity going on there, and then sometimes in the evening too, and then there'll be big lulls in the day where I don't feel much at all. And from what I've heard from people, that's pretty much par for the course. But what's really interesting is that now when she's really vigorously moving around in there, I can see it from the outside now. So if I'm in the pool and I'm floating around on the raft and I look down at my belly, sometimes I can see little like dirt, dirt, dirt. Like, it's so crazy. I love that. I love these little things that are happening, and it just makes me feel, it makes it, the whole situation seem so more real, I guess. You know, it seemed real before, but there's just something about like just that constant knowledge that there's a being in you, and they're moving around and they're growing and things are changing. I mean, that's just fascinating. Craving wise, oh yeah, something big has emerged here over the past couple of weeks, and it's ice pops. Yes, the delicious, cool, refreshing, you know, you snip off the plastic, you'd eat like a zillion of these over the course of a summer as a little kid. I'm totally in that mode now. In the evening, it's like I want something cold, and yeah, I'm still eating fruit and I'm trying to be healthy, but I mean, one of those ice pops is just like the thing that I want to be eating, you know? And if you just happen to be needing some ice pops yourself, Dollar General sells a box. They're called Margaritaville, non-alcoholic, but they have margarita, strawberry daiquiri, and pina colada flavors in there. And it's not like straight up just frozen water with flavoring. It's like they've got kind of a texture to them. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a little bit of a slushy inside the ice pop, and they are delicious. And so check them out at Dollar General. But as far as the appointment, I wanted to fill you in on what happened there. The 28-week appointment is when they do the glucose test. And so this is something that checks your likelihood for gestational diabetes, I believe. I may have completely generalized the situation with that comment, but I'm not a doctor here. I just know that they're checking to see how your body processes the sugar. So to do that, they give you a cup of a really, really sweet beverage, and everybody complains about this. I mean, I swear, maybe I'm just friends with a ton of pregnant people on Facebook, but I see somebody complain about the glucose test on maybe a bi-weekly basis. Somebody's like showing their cup of whatever it is, and mine was orange flavored. I'm going into this appointment thinking, is it really going to be that bad? I mean, I've got one heck of a sweet tooth. I can't see me having that big of a problem with this. And you know, it was not that bad. The cup was like this big. It was filled about that much with the liquid. You had to drink it within 5 minutes. You wait for that hour to pass before they take your blood, and then that's how they determine what your body did with all that sugar. I mean, yeah, it was sweet. It was like that sun-kissed orange pop, but flat and thicker, more syrupy, but it wasn't unbearable by any means. I mean, I could have drank a few more cups of that if I'm honest with you. And Tyler was at this appointment with me, so they took us into a little room and I do that, and then while that was going on, during part of my little 1 hour wait period, they played a video for us on epidurals. And so that, of course, is something you can do to manage your pain when you're in labor. And so while that was going on, I was also filling out a form that just kind of a questionnaire about what are you allergic to, have you had any of these problems, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like a dozen different questions. And I assume that's something they'll go back and refer to when the time comes to decide whether I want an epidural. They'll make sure that it's safe for me to have. And this video, I don't know if it's just the particular place I'm going that shows this, or maybe, you know, tons of women out there are familiar with the epidural video. I don't know, but it kind of follows this woman who did choose to have it done and a woman who didn't. And bottom line, what I grasped from the video is there's not necessarily one right or wrong theory on having that done. Everybody's different. I don't think anybody should be judged based on what they decide to do with their labor experience. It's your own thing, you know. Nobody else is going through that but you, so, you know, you should be the one to figure out what you want. I am thinking I will probably go for it. From what I understand, you know, it will greatly relieve the pain that you feel, but yet it won't put you totally out of the experience of having the child. You know, you're still very much with it. You know what's going on, but you're just experiencing, hopefully, a lot less pain. And I really don't want to be traumatized during this labor experience. I mean, I would really like to enjoy it if at all possible, because, you know, God willing, this may not be the last child that I have. And I mean, I want to have, I don't know, a really pleasant, positive memory of the way Belle came into the world. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just my thoughts on it at the moment. But anyway, that video wrapped itself up after about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. We went back into the waiting room. And once an hour had passed since I drank the lovely orange syrup, they called me back to go to the lab area, and they took my blood right here in the inner part of my elbow. That took no time at all. We went back to the waiting room because the next thing was to meet with my doctor. Like within 10 minutes or so, my actual doctor's appointment was scheduled. And so when I went back to do that, you know, you give them the urine sample, they check your weight, your blood pressure, and the girl told me I passed the glucose test, so woohoo! Don't have to go back and do like a 3-hour thing. I think that's the next phase if you don't pass this first one. So that was good to hear. The doctor filled us in on those results. By the way, I love our doctor. He's great. He also said that the hemoglobin, I have very strong hemoglobin levels. My levels of iron are good in my blood, so that was good to hear. Woohoo. He listened to Belle's heartbeat. He kind of pressed around a little bit and was showing me how, like, he was kind of able to determine where she was at, like, in my stomach. He's like, you know, this is a little bit softer side. This is probably right here where her rear end is. Here's where her head is. He was really kind of pressing around on there. And so I thought that was cool that he was really determining, you know, how she was laying right inside me. So the appointment went well. We're getting down to those now every 2-week appointments, so the next time I go back will be at 30 weeks. But also, I can't believe I left this out till now. A few days ago, guys, I was vacuuming our stairs, our staircase that leads, like you come in the front door, there's a staircase going up. I was vacuuming there and I took a little tumble. By tumble, I don't mean like head over heels, like rolling down the stairs in a dramatic fashion that you might see on a movie, but it was on my butt and I went like down a few stairs, and my tailbone, ugh, like I know I really just socked it. I mean, it didn't hurt tremendously at that moment, but after I had been sitting for a little while and then went to stand up, I was like, oh yeah, my butt is gonna be sore for a while. And I brought that up to the doctor. I was like, you know, just a few days ago, I fell on the stairs, and he's like, you're gonna be sore for a while, it's gonna heal itself. He said the way your tailbone is, you know, it's kind of in quite a bit. There's a very low likelihood of breaking your tailbone in that fashion, but it has been slowly, you know, feeling a little bit better. But I think one of the keys though is to try to stay loose, like don't sit for long periods of time, which has been kind of tricky, like when I'm trying to sit here and edit a video, which can go on for like 1 or 2 hours that I'm sitting in front of the computer. Like I gotta get up and walk around. Getting in the pool is awesome. That's the place where it feels like my body has no bounds. You know, my body feels weightless. I feel completely loosened up, no tension down there in my lower back or butt area. So anyway, I've been dealing with it. It's nothing super serious, but I'm like, gosh, you doofus, you know, pay attention when you're going down the stairs with a vacuum in your hands. Like, don't do that. So that's my story here at 28 weeks. Keep an eye on this channel for updates on the nursery situation. I've got some things in there, some boxes to kind of clear out. The room has been painted, and once everything gets cleared out, I want to show you guys what the paint color looks like and everything, and then just kind of keep you posted in these videos as we add some furniture in there, because right now we don't have any of her furniture going on, so it's going to be fun to see how that all comes together, and I hope you guys enjoy the color we chose. But thank you for watching. Think of me while you're enjoying your ice pops, and have a great day. Bye, guys.